Imagine a life without electricity. We can't toast a bagel, use our phones, or even turn on a light. Electricity is a vital part of our daily lives, and with electric cars, we now have an alternative to gas cars. Electric cars are rechargeable battery-powered vehicles that rely solely on electricity to run. This is a huge step for our future, where one of our greatest contributors to climate change is eliminated and replaced with a cost-effective and efficient alternative. The decisions we make today, including purchasing our next car, will have great consequences. According to data from the U.S. Department of Transportation and UGR, the United States has one of the greatest petroleum consumptions in the world, as we can see here, way ahead of any other country except for China. And this demand is one that's been steadily increasing since at least 1990. Since I was little, one of my greatest passions has been cars, and since I took environmental science in high school, I learned the detrimental effects of vehicle emissions on the environment. These are both topics that are important to me, and I strongly believe it is important to make changes to protect our environment. Electric cars, in addition to being a cheaper alternative for gas cars, are leading the future into a more environmental and health-friendly approach to transportation. Electric cars have already shown they have the potential to change transportation as we know it today. For many Americans, the primary factor keeping people from choosing electric vehicles for their daily commutes is price. However, they do not consider the long-term costs involved when investing in cars. The average maintenance and fuel costs of electric cars are significantly lower than those of gas cars. Electric cars have batteries to operate, and gas cars have engines, of course. Engines need maintenance, oil changes, and engine part replacements. Electric car owners do not need to worry about the same costs. According to Energy Sage, the average annual cost of operating an electric car in the United States is less than half the cost of a gas car. A rise in gas prices leads to financial strain on gas car owners. According to the U.S. Energy Information Administration, the average price of gasoline per gallon is currently $2.81, a 43-cent increase from last year. This is not a concern for electric car owners because the cost of electricity is minimal compared to that of gasoline. Based on a study conducted by the Energy Policy Journal, the cost per mile of driving an electric car is regularly 25% less than that of driving a gas car. Additionally, convenience is not affected because, according to the same study, 92% of American travel consists of short trips that are less than 35 miles. Electric cars are very efficient because most current electric vehicles have more than a 200-mile range, which is enough to drive from Los Angeles to SLO one way. The primary factor keeping prices of electric cars higher than those of gas cars is the cost of batteries. According to data from Statista, the price of electric car batteries as a percentage of the total cost of the vehicle is projected to decrease consistently from the present, 2016 until 2030 at least. This is exciting because companies like Tesla have been working to build the foundation for lower cost battery production, which will increase the potential for electric cars to be a more affordable and wise alternative for all Americans. The air quality we currently face today is detrimental to our health. Electric cars have the environmentally friendly benefits needed to prevent air pollution from becoming worse. The leading cause of air pollution is gas cars. Electric cars lessen the negative effects of pollution. According to UCS USA, passenger vehicles produce significant amounts of nitrous oxide and carbon dioxide, the two most prevalent greenhouse gases that we can see with this visual from the EPA. The worsening air quality is mainly from these harmful compounds. Poor air quality leads to short-term and long-term health effects on our health, such as respiratory and skin diseases. The frequent use of electric cars reduces harmful emissions released into our atmosphere, which results in improved air quality. When fossil fuels are burned, nitrogen and sulfur oxides are released into the air, which contributes to acid rain. This damages plants, soil, and marine life. Replacing petroleum and fossil fuels in cars with a new source of power, such as electricity, is a step towards solving the pollution problem we face today. Based on a study in the Energy Policy Journal, electric cars are superior to gas cars. There's this high share of inner-city driving involved because of their better energy efficiency and the limited distances involved. Additionally, with increased utilization rates and increased mileages, the benefits of electric cars are optimized. What does that mean for our future? According to the NRDC, the increasing reliance on electric cars and the electric car sector could reduce greenhouse gas emissions in 2050 by over 45%. The electric car companies as electric car companies continue to improve their technology and features, people will begin to show increased interest and trust in these vehicles. Electric cars have shown they are a viable and better alternative for gas cars. Electric cars improved significantly since they became prevalent in the early 2000s. With most automotive manufacturers producing fully electric cars to compete in the market and satisfy environmental regulations, electric cars are becoming as good as, or even better than gas cars. New companies like Tesla are emerging that produce only fully electric vehicles, which increases competition to build cars that appeal to both regular consumers and people especially conscious about the environment. Since they were founded in 2003, Tesla shipped over 300,000 vehicles to consumers and currently sells the most popular electric car, as you can see from this image, which is the Tesla Model S. Several steps have been taken to promote electric cars. Owners of electric cars have been offered incentives by the government. They qualify for subsidies anywhere between $2,500 and $7,500 to help cover the upfront cost of purchasing an electric vehicle. In the long run, electric cars are still cheaper, but the government still offers additional financial incentives. Financial rebates are given to electric car owners, and reduced registration fees are also given. The government implemented public service charging stations and electric buses and trains to also help for transportation. In conclusion, electric cars are the future of transportation in the United States. Decisions we make as environmentally conscious consumers will benefit not only our health and environment, but the economy as well. Electric cars have successfully earned a favorable reputation, and consumers are often pleased with their vehicles. If we make the right choices, we can continue to follow a trend that is increasingly beneficial for our finances, the environment, and our health. So next time you're looking for a car, think electric.